Hey guys, how we doing? So we are out here at Deadhorse State Park. We were on our way to Arches, and this is the first time it's happened, but when we went to Arches, they were closed. They actually had a limitation on the cars, and there was a sign up that said no one was allowed in, come back in 3 to 5 hours. So kind of, and from what we've heard, this is something that happens every day. So this is the first time we've been to a park where that's happened. So we decided that we would take a little detour. This is about 20 miles away.
In the middle of the day, you turn to me and say, come on, let's get away. Skip this town for a day. Get behind the wheel and drive. We don't care about the time with you by my side. I don't need to hide, I feel alive. You bring me coffee in the morning.
Tip is just, if you're going to do the Arches part, try to go earlier in the day, probably first thing in the morning, because they're just letting a certain amount of people in and then just waiting several hours and not doing it like one in, one out type of method. So
And
anyway,
also up here where the road, it's just Highway 313 that comes up here to this state park, and it's just like, I think it was 4 miles or 5 miles past it is another national park, which is Canyonlands, which we're going to do also. We just decided today to go ahead and come in. The state parks in Utah seem to all be running about the same price. They're $20, and they're usually $20 for multiple days. So we went to one out by Bryce called
Goblin Valley
State Park. Yeah. And that was $20 for 2 days. This one says that it's $20 for 3 days.
Yeah.
So it's a good deal. You can come back here multiple days and check it out and see the trails. And we're going to go ahead and flip this around so we can give you a little shot of the canyon that we're looking at. Like I said, this is the very first one, so I'm sure there's going to be several more that we're going to bring up here. But anyway, we wanted to give you a little bit of information about what's going on, and also how the park settings are in this area around Moab. So you've got, again, 3 parks: Arches, Canyonlands, and a state park, which is Deadhorse Point, which, by the way, that's where Thelma and Louise drove their car off the cliff, was right here at this park. Yeah. Supposedly, according. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, let me turn you around and give you a shot of what's out here. So this is what we are looking at, and by the way, we are literally standing 10 feet from our car. So just to kind of give you a little view over here, you can see there's the road. It's coming around. You can see the Colorado River down there below us. Makes a nice little horseshoe. Beautiful cliffs on the other side. Great little bluffs. Just an all around pretty little location. So
yeah, it's awesome.
We will move on to the next spot.
Yeah.
And
we'll
one
more thing, we have Jack with us, our little French bulldog, and dogs are allowed here at the state park on a leash, unlike the national parks that don't allow pets. So
yeah, even on trails
FYI.
to go hike.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, just a little bit of information. So we are here at Deadhorse Point. State Park, and something we just learned, and I thought I'd share it with you on camera, and we saw this little part of it. So this point is, as you saw, a cliff all the way around. There's no way down, it's cliff all the way. And then at this particular spot I'm standing, you can see there's a cliff right to the edge on that side of the road, and a cliff right there on that side of the road. This is the narrowest point. At this point, what would happen is, back in the olden days, is the cowboys would round up the wild horses and they would bring them down this point, and once they got them past this point, they put up, and you can still see the fence that's still here, the remnants of, they would make these old log fences that went across, and you can see it on the other side of the road. Over there is another one. They would build that fence so that the horses couldn't get out. Then they were able to go in there, the horses were trapped on there, and they would pick out the horses they want. Now the sad part of this story is the fact that the legend says that they would, like I said, send the horses through, fence them off, go in, and the horses couldn't get out of here, and they would take the horses they want, and then they would leave the horses they didn't want there pinned on this point where they could see down to the river, but they couldn't get down to it, and they would actually die up here on this point of thirst. Why they didn't let them go, I have no idea, but that's the story behind why this is named Deadhorse Point, and kind of a little bit of a geographical kind of design to see how it was done. They say it's about 30 yards right here. Like I said, you can see this fence that I'm standing in front of. This wood, you know, it's not a fence, it's just a log build that they made like a fence. And you know, the horses had no way around. You can, as you can see, you know, it's a cliff going way down, so you know, they're, you know, that's looking across, you can see that's what they had. They were going to fall off a cliff if they went any other direction. So just a little bit of information about the state park. I kind of thought it was interesting, sad. You know, it's unbelievable that they were just leaving the horses to die instead of releasing them, but that's the story. That's our history. So, all right, we'll be back.
When we go to bed at night, we won't turn